Welcome to this week's edition of the Dixie Sun News at Noon. I'm Hannah Hickman.
And I'm Nasai Mancini. Thanks for tuning in.
The Utah Board of Education has yet to vote on the new university name recommendation. DSU proposed the new university name Utah Tech University in June. The deadline for the Board of Education vote is November 1st. If the new name is recommended to the state legislator will not vote on the newly proposed name until the next session beginning January 2022.
Dale Beatty was named the new Vice President of Student Affairs at Dixie State University. Beatty said he wants to continue to be a liaison between students and DSU, as well as advocating for positive connections. Beatty wants to focus on specific things as VP like campus life, cultural awareness, and the potential new construction of a new student building. Beatty is ecstatic to be able to step into his new dream job on campus. I asked Beatty what the best part about working here at DSU, and he said, "Without a doubt, it is the opportunity to work so closely with the students we have on campus. I love the mix of students at DSU, and the environment we are creating here is so fun for everyone."
What once started as a closet with a small collection is growing into something bigger. A natural science museum at DSU will be open to the public upon requesting an appointment with Brian Stevens. The museum consists of various types of plants, live specimens, and animal remains, such as a two-headed calf skull, and gives students real-world experience in analyzing different plant, insect, and animal specimens. The museum's collection shares the history of St. George itself.
You know, as time goes on and things change, and you know, you've probably seen what's happening in St. George. I mean, we're building I don't know what word to use, the heck out of St. George. So there's a lot of places where plants have existed where they're no longer going to exist, at least not native plants, because we're building right over the top of them. So we have a record now of a lot of the things and where they've existed. And so when these places disappear, we at least know what used to be there or what came from St. George or the surrounding area.
Dixie State University is remembering those who lost their lives during the 9/11 attacks. The event honoring the 20th anniversary of 9/11 is happening tomorrow at 9 a.m. by the clock tower and is free to the public. U.S. Army Special Forces Green Beret Colonel Colby Jenkins encourages students to go as they can learn and sharpen their awareness of the events that took place on 9/11.
It's important to attend to learn so that we can remember. I'll be speaking Friday and my theme will be about remembrance. Because when we fail to remember what happened, then we are destined to repeat it. I plan to share personal stories of how 9/11 impacted me both personally and then later as a soldier deployed in Afghanistan. Our fight for freedom is forward.
Dixie State University is continuing to implement COVID-19 related procedures to ensure the safety of DSU students and faculty.
If a student tests positive for COVID-19 or is unvaccinated and has a known exposure, they should contact the Booth Wellness Center and fill out their self-report form. Students will then be instructed to go into quarantine for 10 days. During quarantine, students should expect to attend their classes virtually through Zoom. The Booth Wellness Center will provide you with a letter to forward to all of your professors.
I think that keeping that communication line open between the professor and the student is the best way to succeed when a student is under quarantine or experiencing COVID symptoms, just so they can do what they need to be doing to make sure that they're staying on track.
During quarantine, boredom is almost inevitable. The Booth Wellness Center has comprised a list of 162 activities to do that will help pass the time. This list includes items such as watching the Cincinnati Zoo livestream, going on a virtual date, and learning a foreign language on the Duolingo app. Once 10 days of isolation have passed and you have gone at least 24 hours without symptoms of COVID-19, you will be released from quarantine. When returning to campus, students should be mindful of the university's mask and vaccine recommendations.
Like going to games and having like things like foam dance and things are so much fun. And if we would all just get vaccinated and be cautious about wearing our masks and realize that to an extent we can do things, then I feel like it would be a lot better off.
For more information about COVID-19 procedures, visit wellness.dixie.edu/coronavirus-information. You recently had to be in quarantine yourself, Nasaya. Did you pick up any new hobbies while you had to be quarantined?
I didn't pick up any new hobbies, but I did in fact bake a lot, and then I played with my Cocker Spaniel Lady. She really enjoyed me being home.
I bet. After the break, we'll be talking about events and student involvement on campus.
How does one become a trailblazer? It happens through pushing, through stretching, through shattering the norm. For over a century, Dixie State University has been shaping the trailblazers of tomorrow and has become the fastest growing, most affordable, and highest ranked institution in the state. With 200 academic programs, small class sizes, and active learning education, come see why Dixie State was voted one of the best colleges in the West.
Welcome back to Dixie Sun News at noon. There are so many upcoming events at DSU to welcome students back and get you involved with campus.
Study abroad programs have been taken off hold and students are ready to take off around the world. Students can learn about the different locations they can explore in the summer of 2022. Students have the chance to meet DSU faculty leaders that are accompanying students on trips abroad. Michael Cartmill, the Director of Global Education, encourages students to pursue these opportunities.
Most students who have an experience abroad, they look back at that as one of the most significant experiences that they've had in college. Everyone talks about traveling when you're done with college, seeing the world, things like that, but then you don't have any money. In fact, you usually owe some money. But while you're in college, you get to use your financial aid, you get to get credit for it. And so all those things really give you a reason to go out and travel.
If you are ready to take flight on your adventure, the Study Abroad Fair will be happening Tuesday from 9 to noon at the Diagonal Sidewalk. For more information, visit dixie.studyabroad.edu.
Already feeling stressed about this semester? Don't worry. The Academic Performance Center can help with that. The APC offers free individual and study hall tutoring at no cost to DSU students. The APC says tutoring is ideal for students who may be stuck on a difficult concept, want to review for a test, or need to run flashcards. To schedule an appointment, visit tutoring.dixie.edu.
There's an increase in international students at DSU. During the pandemic, DSU created a cost-effective way through the U.S. Department of State for international students within the U.S. to transfer to the university. There is a 252% admit growth in international students during the 2021 summer and 100% growth for the 2021 spring semester. The first DSU is hosting international students from Pakistan, Indonesia, Azerbaijan, and Honduras.
The way to measure success will be quantifiable of how many students came in and how much revenue and prestige they bring to our campus. Because we here, universities up north, the tuition is higher, but they have more access to industry. Here we have less access to industry, but our tuition is low. So what I'm trying to do is to create partnerships between our office and the local, like Zonos, they provided us support. Some of the other companies, Talk is another startup. They had worked with our students in our office so that people can start seeing our international students as a valuable resource.
The DSU Academic Senate is working to help advance students in their personal, professional, and academic growth. The Academic Senate serves as an advocate for students and their educational ventures. The Senate has the ability to assist DSU students through funding for research, educational opportunities, and student-driven initiatives. Examples include starting a campus food pantry, hosting a CPR certification training, or travel to an academic conference. The next Senate meeting will be held tomorrow from 3 to 4 p.m. in the Gardner Conference Room. Room D. To get involved with the DSU Academic Senate or to propose an initiative for consideration, visit dixie.edu/thedixielife/student-government or email dsusaacademics@dixie.edu.
We have a lot of events happening here on campus this week. So Suicide Awareness Week with a performance actually from Raging Red is happening tonight, and they're also doing a everyday video showing that is happening tomorrow in the Gardner living room.
A little bit of a twist from that. We are a Division I school now, and that means that ESPN Plus is streaming all of our games, including football, basketball will be on there. And if you look closely in this last ESPN Plus video, you can find a certain someone in the stands, maybe. Along with sports, we also have the Red Rock Rumble, which is happening tonight at 5:30 in the Innovation Plaza. It is Smash Bro tournaments through the esports lab here on campus, and it is a $10 admittance fee, but the top 3 winners get a cash prize as well.
To stay up to date with events happening on campus, visit dixie.edu/dixielife/events.
Are there any specific events that you're looking forward to on campus this upcoming week, Nasaya?
I'm not a big sports fan, to be honest, but I am looking forward to sports. I'm looking forward to see who's going to win.
All right, right back with you, right there. And that's it for this week's edition of the Dixie Sun News at Noon.
We'll see you here next week, same time, same place. Have a great week, Trailblazers.